Hey guys, Buckskin Dave here. Anyway, Sarah and I finally got out. We're kind of scouting around, seeing if we can find some tracks. Nothing so far. We got some good country here to glass, and that's probably what we're going to do here for a while. Anyway, I had a question about cleaning a lever gun that's been shooting black powder cartridges, and I got to be careful. I can't take a gun apart because YouTube gets pissy about that. But I think I can talk through it. So that's what we're going to do this afternoon. Grab a cup of coffee, and unless we get an elk or anything here, we're going to be in the shop this afternoon working with a lever gun. Well, so anyway, that was a cold morning out there. It was 10 degrees this morning when we got up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Anyway, we checked a couple of the areas that I like to check. And I got like 3 different directions I can leave from the house here and check. And so I went, there's no snow. I mean, there's a little bit of snow, a little bit higher than the house, but, you know, not very much higher. There's just a little skip. So I'm checking some of the areas that are easy to get to. And there has been some elk spotted in the past in these areas. This morning, however, not a track. Anyway, tomorrow I'll go another way, and maybe this evening here we'll run out a different direction. Like I say, I got about 3 different directions that I go. I need to find something that I can hunt. So the question was, how do I clean my lever guns after shooting black powder? And I kind of go with simple most of the time. You clean it the same way you clean it with smokeless powder. Exactly the same. So anyway, we're going to talk about that for a minute here. And I'm going to clean this gun because I just shot some black powder through it. And grab a cup of coffee, and we'll get started. We're going to use the 1873 to start with. Okay. I'm going to shoot up a little bit here. I'm going to make this gun, I'm not going to make it so dirty that it's a pain, but I'm going to shoot it up and I'll show you the trouble points and how it's easy to clean them. So I'm going to shoot for a little bit here. Wow. Okay. So there were some of those lighter ones in there, and they threw a lot more. We'll go in the shop and I'll show you. They threw a lot more goop up here. So I'm going to shoot it a little bit more, get it gooped up real good, and then we'll go in the shop. So, like I said, the way I do it is the same way. Yeah, black powder, you know, is dirtier, and it will gum up the gun a little. We shot this 1873, and what it was starting to do is, the first thing that I do is I run the patch down the barrel, clean the fouling out of the barrel, the black powder fouling. It's really important to clean the chamber, because the powder, when that goes off, some of that stuff will come back and get in between the chamber wall and the brass, and that'll start to get gummed up, and then it'll make it hard to run the action, okay? So that's one of the things. So running your patch down the barrel, cleaning it, making sure your action or your chamber is good and clean is start one, okay? Now, most of the time, the stuff that's back here, parts and stuff and mechanics that are back here. There's your toggles. The toggles hook to your bolt, so your bolt will go back and forth. There's some springs here to put the tension right. But the biggest thing that'll get dirty on this gun is this thing here. This deal. I don't remember what it's called. An elevator or something. But it goes up and down. Well, some of the times when you go back like this, if it don't go down all the way, this one's not gummed up, but if it's gummed up, it won't go down all the way. I'll try to get it to do it. So if it don't go down all the way, see, it won't. You go like that and it'll go, but it makes shooting fast. So that part's got to come out, and I'll take that part out. We'll shoot a minute, and then I'll take that part out, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll stick it back in, and we'll go shoot it again. Okay. Now, that's the 1873. I don't know what kind of lever gun you have. Okay, some of the better ones that are the more common ones would be the Marlin 1894. They're pretty easy to take apart. You clean it the same way. When it gets dirty, you got to clean it. Black powder, it seems like you got to clean it more often. The Marlin's easier to take apart. The 18, let's see which one, 92. That one's a bear to take apart. The 1892 is a pistol version of the 1886. Okay, it's a pistol caliber gun, but it's built almost exactly like the 1886. Same thing, barrel, chamber. If you got it, you shouldn't get much into those parts back in there. Usually it doesn't get that dirty that quick back there. But when it does get dirty enough that it needs cleaned or it starts giving you trouble, you got to take it apart. Again, get a book that shows you how to do it, or take it to somebody that knows, and go from there. I don't like taking 1892s apart or the 1886 because there's one little part in there, the way it's designed. It's got to go in right. If it don't go in exactly right, it won't work. And it seems like I fiddle with that a lot. So I don't really care to take those apart. Anyway, I'm going to go shoot this again with some smokeless loads just to see how it goes. Why don't you come on out with me and we'll see how this works. All right, let's give this thing a try. That's the way it's supposed to operate when it's clean. So the biggest thing was the chamber was dirty with the black powder. These were smokeless loads. The chamber was dirty with the black powder. That'll get dirty first. And the little brass elevator wasn't going up and down. But I got those both cleaned up, and now it's shooting good. And it's freaking cold out here, so let's go back into the shop. Okay, let's get warmed up. So, we shot it with black powder. We got it gummed up. We had it where it was making, had it where it was sticking on us. We cleaned it, and then we ran some more through it, and it did it good. Don't let black powder really scare you, okay? It's dirtier, but it still has to be cleaned the same way. If you have a lever gun that's a pain to take apart, then you maybe you want to shoot black powder through it less. I don't know. But if you shoot black powder through it, you're going to learn how to take it apart. Most of them, once you take them apart a couple of times, there really ain't much to them. You take them apart, hose all the parts down, lightly oil, throw back together, and you're raring to go. I will not take my gun apart every time I clean it unless I need to. Usually, I'll clean the barrel, of course, clean the chamber, and if that elevator thing is getting screwed up, then I'll take it apart and clean that. My 1894 Marlin, it seems to go for a long time before it starts. It's built different, okay? It has less moving parts than this does for the bolt, so it's built a little different. And it goes a long time, but when it needs cleaned, it needs cleaned. And usually with black powder, clean it every time, at least the barrel and the chamber, and anything else that gets some black powder on it, make sure you clean that. Most of the time, you don't got to take the whole gun apart. Every time. Sooner or later, you're gonna. So if you own a gun, you own a lever gun, you're gonna shoot black powder, learn how to take it apart. That's all I got for you this time. I'm Buckskin Dave. Be sure to show up on Pistol Thursday. Hopefully it'll be at least warm enough I don't turn into a statue out there trying to shoot. But anyway, I'll see you then. Till then, have a great day. I'm Buckskin Dave. Bye-bye.